Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is a few things that you guys sent to me. And the first thing is really messed up. Okay, so viewer discretion is advised. If you have little ones in the room with you, please tell them that it's time to go play. Okay? I don't even know where to start with this one, so I'm just going to break it down in a summary for you so far, and who has the silver bracelets on. Okay, so far. Quick background: the Vic in this case is 22 years old. Her name is Rebecca Park from Wexford, Wexford County, Michigan. All right. She disappeared on November 3rd. She was pregnant at 38 weeks. In fact, the day before she disappeared, she had gone to the hospital. She was having contractions. And they said, well, you're only 1 centimeter dilated. And they sent her home to wait out to go into active labor. Now, for those of us who have been pregnant, we know what that is like, okay? Now, Rebecca has a complicated family background. When she was a baby, she and two of her siblings, one of which was Kimberly, you will hear about her later on, was removed from the biological parents and adopted by another family. Her adoptive mom, her name is Stephanie Park, raised them, but Rebecca still maintained some level of contact with her biological mom, Courtney. Now, Rebecca also has two young boys, ages 2 and 3.5, who are being taken care of by her adoptive mom, Stephanie. Now, on November 3rd, she was at her biological mom's house, Courtney Bartholomew, when Rebecca told her mom, hey, hang on just a minute, I've got someone coming to get me. Then, according to Courtney, Rebecca got into an unknown black car that had tinted windows. It has also been reported that Rebecca inherited $2,000 that day and had the cash on her when she left. When she did not return the next day, she was officially reported missing. In the days after this, her family and her friends were pleading for her return. Her fiancé, whose name is Richard Lee Fowler, F-A-L-O-R, spoke to the media on November 6th and insinuated that Rebecca's baby was a little boy and presumably is his son. He also noted that Rebecca never went anywhere without her phone, and then her phone was found abandoned on a trail near her mom's house. And finally, after 3 weeks of searching, volunteers found Rebecca, her body, in the remote area of a place called Manistee, and that's Manistee National Forest, which is just a few miles behind her biological mother, Courtney's home. Now, the volunteers went live on TikTok, and they explained exactly what they saw. They said that her stomach, open. Somebody responded, baby's not there. And they said, no, I don't think so. I mean, I got so close. That's what the volunteers said. But also in the video, they explained that she was just off the road in an area that had been searched just days prior, suggesting that someone had moved her to that location recently. Now, these people also have confirmed that the drag marks looked fresh. So within hours of Rebecca being found came the first arrests. First, it was Rebecca's fiance, Richard Lee Fowler. He was arrested on 2 felony counts of delivering METH, which he is a habitual offender. It could carry a life sentence all on its own. Then, Rebecca's 21-year-old sister, Kimberly Sue Clark Park, was arrested on 3 felony counts: tampering with evidence in a criminal case, lying to a police officer during a violent crime investigation, and also filing a false report of a felony. So Richard, Rebecca's fiance, his charges don't tie directly to the investigation with Rebecca, but it appears that her sister Kimberly's does. And I have seen where police detain people of interest on other charges so they can hold them for further questioning and keep them where they want them, so to speak. So just because Richard hasn't been charged in regards to Rebecca's case doesn't mean that charges are not going to be on their way in the future. Now, regarding Rebecca's sister Kimberly, her involvement, detectives later noted that Kimberly had given them a false story. For example, she allegedly claimed that 2 family members had attacked Rebecca, causing Rebecca to have a seizure and taken her away, a statement authorities determined to be a lie. Now, the fiancé, Richard, his bond was set at $1 million cash. Kimberly's bond was set at $750,000 cash. Now, on November 29th, the autopsy was formally confirmed that the body was found in the woods and Rebecca, and that she was no longer expecting child. But her official cause of her no longer being with us is still pending, and the location and the status of the baby is still under investigation. Police noted that information had to remain extremely limited. My guess is to preserve the integrity of the active investigation. In the days that followed, which was like November 30th, December 1st, Rebecca's mom, Courtney Bartholomew, and Rebecca's dad, or stepdad, I should say, Brad Bartholomew, were also arrested. However, their charges were not immediately made public, and the arraignment was delayed at the prosecutor's request. Now, Wexford County Prosecutor Johanna Carey, Carey, told the court that if ever a case justified a brief delay, it is this case. This is as serious as it gets. It's as horrible as it gets. Both Courtney and Brad are given no bond. We could get word as early as, I don't know, hopefully within the next day or so, on exactly what their charges are, because this case is still evolving. Why? 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 So, such a young girl, so beautiful. Poor baby. Where's the baby? Where is it? Okay. I I looked up what more to see if anything more came out. Jesus. God help these. Um okay, the bio mom and the stepdad lured her into their house and removed the baby from her womb. Sick. Um they forced her to lie down and took the baby, causing her demise and the demise of the baby. Uh, they are being held on charges of first degree uh, felony, torture, conspiracy, assault of a pregnant person causing miscarriage, stillbirth, unlawful imprisonment, and removal of a corpse. Oh, there's a special place in hell for every single one of you. There's a special place, man. No joke. Okay, there's a special place. You sick, sick. All right. Um, then there were so many people that they try so hard to have babies. Okay, I gotta quit. Just listen. This next thing my husband brought to my attention, I wanted to bring it to your attention. Okay, so you see this? The cooking oils that are in red, they're saying to stay away from them. Okay. Um, Safflower, because of the linoleic acid, okay, however you pronounce it. Safflower oil has 70%, grapeseed oil 70%, sunflower oil 68%, corn oil 54%, cottonseed oil 52%, soybean oil 51%, rice bran oil 33%, peanut oil 32%, canola oil 19%. Now, the orange color, which is I'm pretty sure a lot of us have, which is olive oil, is 10%. Avocado oil, 10%. Now, the yellow is the better of the oils. Lard and palm oil, they only have 10%. Now, the green is where we should be at. This is the stuff that we should be buying. Tallow is 3%. Ghee butter, 2%. Coconut oil, 2%. Tallow, grass-fed, 1%. Grass-fed butter, 1%. Okay? Um, Now this. Uh, Kid Rock is demanding national fraud probe after explosive discovery of $1.4 million ghost ballots in New York election scandal. He detonated a political earthquake in Washington, storming into the chamber with a red folder stamped 1.4 million ghost votes. He accused New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani of masterminding one of the largest election theft operations in U.S. history. According to Kid Rock, the evidence is staggering. Fake ballots traced to a torched, clean warehouse, U-Haul trucks tied to Mamdani's network, and timestamps that match a late-night ballot drop caught on satellite. The moment he slammed the folder onto the table, the room exploded. Lawmakers shouted, Reporters scrambled, and Kid Rock roared one line that echoed across Capitol Hill. If this is true, he belongs in handcuffs. Right on. FBI raids across Queens began within the hour. What investigators found inside the burned warehouse and what Starlink footage shows hovering above is even more shocking. I can't find anything else on this. All right. So the next thing is the FDA has announced that more than 1 million bags of shredded cheese, potentially containing metal fragments, have been recalled from Walmart, Publix, Aldi, and Target. So check your refrigerators, please, if you recently bought shredded cheese. Here is a breakdown of what the shredded cheese is. Um, and I'm going to give you the states. 31 states are affected by the shredded cheese recall, as well as Puerto Rico. Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, Nebraska, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. Um, the brands it's Italian style shredded cheese brands that include Brookshire's Italian 6 cheese, finely shredded, Cache or Cache CACHE Valley Creamery 6 cheese Italian, finely shredded, Coburn Farms Italian style, finely shredded, Great Value Italian style, finely shredded, Know and Love Italian style, fine cut, Laura Lynn Italian blend, finely shredded, Publix Italian 6 cheese blend, fancy shred, Simply Go Italian style 6 cheese blend, fine cut, mozzarella shredded cheese brands include Always Save shredded, board and shredded, Brookshire's finely shredded, Cache Valley Creamery, Chestnut Hill fancy shredded, Coburn Farms, Econo, Food Club finely shredded, Food Lion, Gold Rush Creamery, Good and Gather fine cut, Green Lakes cheese, Great Value finely shredded, Happy Farms by Aldi, Heb, Hill Country Fair, Know and Love fine cut, Laura Lynn finely shredded. Um, Lucerne Dairy Farms finely shredded. New Farm Fancy Shred, Publix Schnucks, Simply Go Classic Cut Shred, Sprouts Farmers Market finely shredded, Statter Bros Market finely shredded, Sunnyside Farms. Boy, that's a lot. No joke. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys now with some videos that were sent in by community members. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless, and God bless. Ciao.
You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. President, has Maduro offered to leave?
Breaking, shocking news. Remember these videos going viral of the $10,000 truck, which we're not allowed to have? Not because of safety issues, of course, because you can drive a motorcycle with no seatbelt. So it's not about safety. It was about control. However, Trump allegedly has just lifted the ban on inexpensive vehicles like the $14,000 Toyota Hilux below. This freaking Hilux, man. 14 grand. I heard it was 10 grand. Maybe it'll be 14. Either way, it's not 40. It's not 60. It's not 80. It's bare bones. Not a lot of moving parts. We're talking seatbelt, AC, and heat. There's not a million bells and whistles on this freaking thing, but it does everything you need a truck to do, other than tow extremely heavy shit, which you can just rent something for. If this actually happens, there will be at least several million of these trucks in North America as soon as they can produce them. Every single person, I don't care if you don't even like trucks, you're going to buy a $14,000 truck that does everything a car can do, but also can do truck stuff. I'm actually shocked they did this because my understanding is they want you on a freaking auto loan, man. They don't want you dropping 14 grand walking out the door. No interest, no bullshit, no fees. And it's Toyota, so we know it'll pretty much last forever. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of trade-ins. Maybe it's a good time to buy Toyota stock, man. Holy crappers. Now, all we need to do is also remove the emission requirements on snowmobiles and ATVs and chainsaws so that they'll also last a very long time. Get rid of all the EPA BS, which we know is a complete scam, and maybe we'll actually make some progress. I'm pretty sure this Toyota 2 is going to be a toolbox car, man. You can fix this freaking thing with a toolbox, as long as there's not too much computer systems on it, which apparently there's not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.